Chat, we talked to poor people on Sunday. We're on the brink of a war. Not really. We just bombed the shit out of some sand people over there and killed their nuclear facilities and stuff. And people are like, what about the price of eggs here? Unfriend, block. Like the moment I start scrolling through Facebook, Instagram, and people say just some off-pocket shit, I go, yeah, there's a reason I hate everybody. Today we're going to talk about a experience I'm having right now at the moment where a vehicle was handed off to a customer and I am blown away that this vehicle was delivered completed. And it's not a run-of-the-mill combo. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about what your expectations should be on what combo and what other combos require, in my opinion, an insanely high aptitude of how a car should drive, making sure that you don't add your 2 cents when you don't know much about what needs to happen for an outcome, and what the customer's expectations were with a certain setup. I tell you, now that tuning has kind of shifted, look, don't get me wrong, I think the 24-25 Mustang will be tunable sooner than later, based on rumblings I've heard, but it still took 2 whole damn years, because remember, 24 Mustang came out in late 23. So now that Mustang's going to come out, I don't think it's going to be a huge thing because they don't sell that well. They're very expensive, and you're not going to gain crazy performance over the previous generation. If anything, it'll be pretty much the same thing except the new nose and tablets. But the swap market has ramped up pretty drastically, and I would say it used to be 5% of my tickets, remember, just me. Right now, I'm the mule. I'm kind of the guy doing the most tickets, which that'll change once the other guys get caught up. I hope really soon. Holy shit. But my tickets used to be about 5% swaps. And the swaps were very, very generic swaps. Nothing crazy, something easy. So now they're becoming pretty exotic. So I think it requires somebody with a high aptitude of what needs to happen and how a car should drive and what combination should drive like what, before you start dumping 20, 30, 40 grand into a combo. And, you know, we could talk about that going forward, but we'll talk about that many more things, but not before Mr. Bill O'Reilly tells us to do it live.
Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
It does suck. But you know what doesn't suck? PMAS. That's right, PMAS. Nick James with PMAS, the best cold air intake on the planet. Nobody else matters. You're going to go get yourself a PMAS cold air intake for your swap, for your Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3 Mustang. You name it, PMAS is the best. They got also HPX sensors. For those of you that want to make over 30 PSI, go ahead and get yourself an HPX sensor. D&A Performance can carry PMAS intakes, cold airs, couplers, you name it. D&A Performance, get all your new parts there. Your bussy fuel systems. When he's not jerking off to guys on the internet, or 4 guys on the internet, he is providing you the best fuel systems on the planet. And D&A High Performance can get you that. D&A High Performance might be able to get you a OnlyFans subscription to him too. We'll see. Hit him up. Part 5. I don't know if he's carrying old bussy fuel systems, but they do carry used Mustang, Camaro, late model parts, cranker pallets, coupled with power by the hour control packs. I think it's a good option if you want to do some swap stuff. Get your parts at partsfarm.com. 2 Auto Solution runs it on 2 Auto Solution. If you're in Puerto Rico and you totally don't sell drugs, you can get your cars built there. He is now building engines, complete turnkey packages. He's looking to shoot for a low 7 with his latest project. Hopefully he does well with that. And Belek Industries, he loves to go 100 miles an hour in his boat. He makes some pretty badass looking wheels. If you sell drugs, it's the wheel of choice. Please, drug dealers, make sure you get yourself a set of Bellax, because if you don't have Bellax, you don't matter. Andy Elite, Monty 540, Robo Style, Nick, Joe Swish, Clint, B-Lovesh, G33, Camzilla, Clean 93 GT, fucking Shine Box, Clean 93 GT, Frank, Donahue, Coyote, Kelly, Rooster, 5-Ho, Matt Oliver, Joshua Judd, D-Rock, Fox, JD Swag, Mark Christensen, 5-0 Stallion, Mike Max, Tony the Truck Guy, 5-0 Stallion, Dixon, Yogan Lates, EPA, reporting from what? Reporting from the gym, look at you go. F-150 RCSB, Javon Jones Jr. says, good morning, Amry, JC3, Nathan E. D. From the Bull, okay, Rev Racing, Delaney Life is from Canada, Victor Chardon, Joe Swish, 661 Racing, he has used my clips against the guys over there. I'm sorry, guys, I've seen the time slips. Y'all ain't got shit. Most don't have shit. He was racing big boy stuff over there. He wasn't racing like anyone from his area code. He was racing guys that had like full tubbed, freaking monkey bar chassis, the whole thing, and he was right there and beating them. It's crazy stuff. Totally Dumper, Head Games Motorworks says, good morning, muchacho. Jeremy Smith, D-Rock Fox, G Rich, Jevin Jones, Craig Walls, Bill and Noonan. Hey, Craig Walls, I guess one of your Shelby Fox bodies, like the one you have, came up for sale or something, and it was like good money. So I don't know. It's odd, but at the same time encouraging to maybe keep that sucker around, see if it accrues something, or see if like the Shelby Museum wants it. Jason Fredberg, Joseph Lacey, Andrew, Ibarra, Tim O, Ale Al Hosseini, Bryson Wood with the Patreon links, Bullhead, Head Games Motorworks, Mike G69er. I hate that name. It just looks like something else when I look at it real quick. I'm like, that name looks suspicious. Travis RT, Cole Daniel, Cornfed Terminator, out of subject. JB Reviews tested an RCSB and an RCS EcoBoost. I guess the 3.5 EcoBoost do exist. Oh, wait a minute. So a 3.5 EcoBoost comes in a RCSB? Send me a link, Terminator, so I can tell all you guys to suck my nuts telling me that. I'm like, of course they gotta have that shit. It'd be weird to only throw Coyotes in there. So let's talk about a swap specifically. If you are a garage that only does swaps, like I think there's a place called Velocity, not the one in Georgia, but I think there's another place out west that do nothing but Bronco swaps. Like they swap a modern Coyote platform in a Bronco. You also have people like Backdraft. These are high-end builds. So I think people like that are catering to a certain customer, they get the modern drivetrain in an old chassis, right? So then you know what you're getting for, you know what you're getting. You're getting a premium package, and if they work with a tuner, I'm hoping that they hammered out everything in one car, and then they just cookie cutter the rest. Like, that is the best thing I've ever seen. When a company says, we're looking to pump out a product, so we're going to do Coyote swapped Broncos. The color will be different. The wheels and tires will be different. The interior trim will be different. But the engine, transmission, and tuning package is the same. That is absolutely wonderful. That is a recipe to make money. That is a recipe for high QC, quality control. That is a recipe that will attract certain buyers. But let's say you are that guy that wants to go off the beaten path and you want to swap something that is, let's just say, exotic. And I don't mean exotic like in a Pantera, or I'm saying exotic in terms of combo. Well, now whoever is doing the swap or takes on the swap, you know that mechanically you can throw the things in about a week, but the tuning and what the desired outcome is highly dependent on your aptitude of part selection, what the customer expectations were, and your sense of how the car should drive. If you don't know how a car should drive based on the combo, I think you should probably, let's just say, if you saw it from a bird's eye view and you're like, that combo is going to drive really bad. And I can tell you certain combos are going to drive really bad. Like, all you have to tell me is this: Alex, I have a 2015 Mustang. I have a positive displacement supercharger, let's say a Whipple. I got a stock stall converter. The cams are locked. E85 fuel system, da-da-da-da. I'm going to say that car's going to drive like butt cheeks. Are you okay with bucking? Are you okay with not great drivability under 1,500 RPMs? Are you okay? And they're like, whoa, what do you mean? No, I'm not okay with any of that stuff. Okay, leave VCT in it and you'll have a very happy life. But some people are really stubborn. And for whatever reason, they feel they should lock the cams out. Or they bought a motor with the cams locked out already, so they don't want to put VCT in it. And I understand they don't have the aptitude. They just bought a motor, but it showed up with no VCT. It's locked wherever they locked it. They just want to throw it in and tune it. We'll tune it, but I'm going to say, this is no good, this is no good, this is no good, it's going to drive like shit, blah, 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 blah. So we do a thing called disclaimer. Oh, shoot, I'm so sorry. I didn't mention Rich Prince. I apologize. I want to make sure Rich Prince gets to mention because they've been pretty awesome lately with me, and they've just been awesome with the Save the Manual shirts, Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, GT350, 85, 86, and 87 and up, F1320, 1320 Didios. By the way, did you see the Street Alpha podcast clip of me wearing the 1320 Didios shirt? I hope that he leaves it in there for the full episode, because at the end, I gave them a plug. I said, if you want to buy this merch, just go to YDBT on Rich Print and we can party. And I got him on game. I got him on game on memberships. So now you can become a member of the Street Alpha podcast. And I immediately gave him a join, and I pay a monthly nut because I support him. So if you want to become a member just to support, just to have a badge next to your name, because I am a founding member, I hope that channel hits a million, because it's on its way. I think it's like at 600,000 now. So a lot of people need to know that the Coyote swap game is very fluid. So you're not going to see perfect drivability on certain combos. So about 2 weeks ago, hear rumblings of something not driving well. And we start going, that combo has been done before, but not in this specific thing. And I'm not going to name the combo. I just want to keep it. Again, the client is not looking to become public, but some of you on Patreon, you've seen the car, you know the car, and you know, if you're on Patreon, you know which car I'm talking about. This thing is a cammed 6R swap badass thing. Okay, this thing is just doing all the right stuff. But knowing that this thing could be problematic, I'm like, shit, this needs a type of vetting, meaning figuring out, meaning verifying that it's going to work. We have to check many things. We have to check injector. We have to check the converter. We have to check fluid level. We have to check throttle actuation. We have to shield the intake. I have taken on the task of saying, give me this car, because this car was delivered in an undrivable fashion. Okay, it was delivered in such a way that by the builder, that the problem is the builder was like, yep, here you go. So what happens, right? The builder, and I don't give a fuck, I'm not going to name the builder, but I'm not going to talk highly about the builder. The builder basically handed the keys off and said, here you go. So the owner's like, this runs like butt cheeks. Who tuned it? Lund. So we're hearing, information from somebody that drove it and said, it drives fine. Okay, you sure? Yeah. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to go by your word. Customer gets it. It sucks. So then the customer then goes somewhere else. Car gets tuned. And now it has a whole nother host of issues that are not inherent to what we had. So we're like, shit, this could be a snowball downhill. And what usually happens in these situations, let's be honest, guys, is the customer sells the car. The customer sells the car. And then they're like, I hate this car. I hated the whole experience. I don't want to be a part of this. And that's what I wanted to prevent, because I knew the lineage of this vehicle. I knew what it meant to the owner. And I personally like the people that own the vehicle. So I said, you know what? I have garages. I can pull one of the cars out. I can pull the Fairmont out, put a cover on it, bring this thing inside because it's a nice car. And I'll take it on my free time, work with Junior, because it's a pretty exotic combo. I'll tweak on my end because I have access to the calibration, which is, my God, like if you have like a crazy combo, I was like 7 revisions deep Saturday morning, and I'm slowly creeping up on it. Like Junior said, it's like peeling an onion. And then I said, well, I'm kind of hitting a roadblock here. So then I sent the data log to Junior. Junior was like, try this, try that, try this. And boom, we're making headway. I drove it yesterday for an hour and it drove phenomenally. So it made me think, wow, imagine if this guy didn't have someone like me willing to take the car, drive it forever. I put 2 tanks of fuel through it already, just drivability, chopping around the parking lot, slinking, all that stuff, hard brake. Then we're going to do wide open throttle shifting next. And I suspect it's out of injector, because after looking at the injector, I'm like, this thing needs way more injector. So I wondered how many times a customer has had that happen to them, where they say, oh, got my pride and joy. I swapped a crazy combo in it. The shop said they could do it. The shop installed it. Worked with Lund, handed me a car, and I hate it. And that's what I wanted to prevent. So I honestly don't think that if a shop understands what needs to happen on a exotic combo, I'm saying exotic. Again, not cookie cutter is wonderful. That's why I think Backdraft and all those, and 661 Racing was saying, I've seen those Broncos, and they're just perfect F100s, Broncos, Factory 5 Cobras, Backdraft, and there's another one that's pretty high end, and I forget the name. But they do Cobra stuff. They already make their shield. They know how to shield the intake. They know which injector we like. They know which throttle body we like. They know how the car should be configured. And I feel bad for people that end up in a situation like I am trying to help a current guy out in, that their car, he literally said when I picked it up, if this thing, I was about to put a for sale sign on it. And I'm like, no, don't do that. Because the car, I think, it warrants a bit of a, you know, a second or third set of eyes that knows what they're talking about. Like the moment I saw the car, I'm like, too much boost. The first thing I said, too much boost for the street. This thing is 1,000 horse combo. This thing is, you're going to hate it. And he's like, but that's what I want. Okay, so then that means we have to soften it up. We have to do timing ramps. We have to do all this crazy stuff. Okay, but I said too much boost for the street. This thing should be an 850 horsepower tops. This thing's a 1,000 combo. He's like, I know, that's what I want. I'm like, okay, what else do you want? I want it to downshift and smack the shifts real nice. I'm like, sheesh, okay, we'll try to make that happen. So far, we're pretty good. The shifting's not a problem. It's just the drivability stuff. So, just so you know, in the future, if you have a very exotic combo and you trust a shop to do the work, I don't think we mind doing the work of Lund Racing specifically, but the person we're interfacing with has to have a very high aptitude of what's happening, great data logging, timely fashion, patience. I told the customer it might take me a month. And I said that to gauge them. And he's like, I don't care. Beautiful. In a day, we're 75% there. I honestly think this thing needs an injector, a bigger injector. And I honestly think we'll be able to make the car make a hard, 1, 2, 2, 3 shift on the street at 1,000 wheel spinning, but it'll do it. So yeah, have you guys seen that happen? Have you, there's your pride and joy. There's your beautiful car. There's your gorgeous car you've loved forever. Let me shove this combo in it. Someone promises you the world, then they hand deliver you something awful. I think that's tough. Now, let me just get over here before I start going to the comments. Somebody sent me this, and I'm just going to play it. And if it gets copyrighted, I'll just delete it from here, but I just need you guys to see this.
I'm so tired of taking B, plan B. This nigga won't stop nothing in me. Soon I had his baby, he gon' say I drive him crazy. Nigga, please stop fucking nothing in me.
I know my pussy a trap. He can't hit from the back. He gon' try to keep it in, but I don't play like that.
He gonna try. Okay, so I'm gonna pause it so I don't get copyrighted. This is just the visuals, guys. The visuals is. I didn't make this, right? I didn't make this. Right? The visuals are just hitting.
I wanna fuck in the bank. He tryna trap a boss bitch. He want a baby with dank. Nigga, get the fuck out of my face. You ain't no hitter, can't shoot in my club. All of your niggas be showing me love. I know I'm pretty, let's keep it a bud. Hit it tomorrow, hit it today.
Man.
Nigga, you really go nut in my what? Nut on my face, maybe nut on my butt. Nigga been mad, he ain't hitting the mud. I'm in the club with no panties on.
Oh! It's like a parachute being thrown at your ass. Oh, he threw panties at the camera. Are those that might be real money.
Wanna take your man home. I wanna hit it for weeks. Hit it today, better have a plan B. What a mistake, abort the baby. I'm that bitch, don't play them games. Dick so good, but you better pull out. Look on the bed, nigga, nut in my mouth.
I'm so tired of taking
These plan Bs.
This nigga won't stop nothing in me.
I'm so sick taking these plan Bs. This N-word won't stop nothing in me.
Soon I had his baby, he gon' say I drive him crazy.
Soon I had his baby, he know I drive him crazy.
Nigga, please stop fucking nothing in me.
N-word, please stop nothing in me.
We outside. We outside.
I guess we're just gonna have to add it to the mix, right? It's just wonderful.
I'm so tired of taking these plan Bs.
I'm so tired of taking these plan Bs.
This nigga won't stop stop nothing in me.
These N-word won't stop nothing in me. I just wanted to get it right so that, you know, if and when I do play it, when we're talking about a Hellcat or something, I think it's going to be like this, where we're creating a vibe and a mood when we're talking about a certain subject matter. And once the Hemi comes back, abortion's in the back.
I'm BDF, nigga, baby daddy free.
Oh, Alex uses racial undertones. They're making it. They. Oh, good stuff. Happy birthday, Parker. Just turned 48 a couple of weeks ago myself. Nobody asked you, Wesley Stewart, Joe Swish, Terminator is the Lamba. Morning, dudes. Happy birthday, Parker. Happy birthday, Parker. Parker's looking good. You know what's crazy? Once you hit your 40s as a man, you, I think, get your head completely out of your ass and you start going, I got to get my ass in gear. I got to get in better shape. I got to hang around with the right people. And at 40, if you've kind of meandered through life and you don't figure it out by 40, you're never going to figure it out. Parker seems to be on the right path. I like that. Watch a sheathing over there, Alex. Sheathing. What are we talking about? You can't go somewhere and have a build done by someone unless they know Coyote. Not just Coyote, because the vehicle I'm fucking with is not a Coyote, but it has a Coyote control system. So knowing what I know, I'm going to say, man, I'll give an example. Let's say if you have a 2015 Mustang with aftermarket cams, even if, auto, 6R80, even if you have a loose converter, 3C, 4C, 5C, on the way down, that bitch is going to try to chop. It's going to be like, you know, decelling, trying to hit that overlap. So the converter might buck a little bit. It's normal. That's normal. If it's lock cam shit, that is normal. I can't fix that. Unless I have no idea how to keep the cams from camming when they're locked up. No, D-Rock Fox. No, D-Rock Fox, we're good. Thank you. Homer has those Coyote swaps down now. He just tells the customer how much to send him, and he gets them done fast. Required sex test before his test says, will Lund be tuning any cars for World War III? Now, someone said, oh, man, the gasoline prices are going to go up and the egg prices. Oh, man, we're at war now. I can't believe. Watch out for egg prices and gas prices. What the fuck are you talking about? I unfriend everybody on Facebook that talks out of their asshole ASAP. Dang, them motherfuckers. Oh, it's exactly so much to take in. So many visuals in that video. She needed a couch to sit in that one interview. Dude told her she ain't fitting in this car. That scenario is essentially the entire reason I became a shop. So many enthusiasts would end up at my house with their cars that they loved, and then they hated the car. I became their advocate. And one of the better situations I saw was Parker literally just talking people off the ledge. Like, don't relax, motherfucker, we got this. And then he used Lund as a resource, right? He's like, okay, let's work with you, this and this, that. But the problem is this, right? The advent or the invention or the remote tuning world, unfortunately, is full of fucking clowns. They have never built anything. They do nothing, they steal, they cheat, and they see this as a road to easy money. There it is, easy money. Sit on my ass, send out tunes. I'm at least gonna have $5,000 a month to count on, maybe $10,000 a month to count on. And if they don't like it, fuck them. I'll just keep promoting. I'll just keep pushing the product. I'll just keep lying, going to the track and saying I'm the baddest motherfucker on the planet. Some dumb son of a... Guys, people thought I was a tuner as YOLO douchebag. If there isn't a more clear case as to how social media can make not so smart people think that what you're saying is the truth, YOLO douchebag is a perfect example. I'll give you a quick story. I started making YOLO douchebag videos in Massachusetts and talking all that shit. And then I got to Houston and I kept talking all that shit. But, you know, I knew enough about cars to get me in trouble. Never once did I touch SET, HP tuners, anything. I just, you know, I literally was tuned by American Muscle, believe it or not. I got my device there and I go, okay, this tune's shit. Then I got tuned by Lund Racing with a JLT intake, which told me this intake freaking sucks because the car felt slower with a JLT intake than it did with a stock intake in Houston at 100 degrees in August. It was awful. So I get a call one day, just a random call. Hey man, we're looking for a tuner and you say you're the best and I'd like to hire you. What? You looked at the guy on YouTube. You looked at that guy on YouTube and said, I'd like to hire him for my professional business tuning cars. That should have been the red flag right then and there. But I said, you know what? Let me just see where he's going with this. So I called him and I said, hey, that's a character. My name is not YOLO and my last name is not douchebag. Am I Alex? So he's like, oh, well, you know shit about cars? I go, I do know shit about cars, but like, I'm no tuner. I mean, you really looked at those videos and you said, and said, that son of a bitch broke the sound barrier with the taurine tune. Houston is not a real place. Houston. Yeah. Somebody in Houston looked at this guy and said, yeah, I want this motherfucker to tune my car.
Man, I'm fucking starving. Oh, I hope there's another drink right in here. Oh, fucking sweet. Oh, God. Stuff's amazing. What's in this stuff? What the fuck is taurine? So I looked it up and it said that taurine gives you like a bunch of energy and like a boost and stuff. And
Whoa!
Well, if it works for me, you know, why won't it work for my car? Yeah, I'll just turn off the VCT and bump the timing up to 45 degrees global and go from there. So now I'm gonna take the car for a test drive after locking the timing at 45. Man, that Monster Energy is fucking...
Yeah, let me hire this guy.
Crazy. Anyway, now I'm gonna take it for a drive, see if that fucking taurine...
You fucking idiot. You fucking retard. You called me and said, yeah, I need you to tune my car.
Makes my fucking car just as hyped up as it makes me.
There it is. There's a Gen 1 breaking the sound barrier.
Oh, crazy.
Bro, you know, I knew I was in trouble, but you know, I needed a job, so I'm like, all right, whatever. They actually called me and said, hey man, I hear you tune cars. And I hear you're the best. Is it true that you went to the salt flats and you broke the sound barrier when you put Monster Energy drink in a Gen 1? Wow. And guys, that's Houston in a nutshell. Terminator, Dunkin' Donuts and coffee. What the fuck did I just watch? Black Female, Job of the Hut, Park Performance, great. Bought stuff from like 3 years ago when I had my first Gen 3. Just embarrassing. $10 for RT. Thank you so much. I've straightened out a lot of people's screw-ups, but I push Lund support simply because they know their shit. Somebody actually thought the Cylinder 8 delete tune is real. Hey man, I think you should come over here and we should talk money because you should tune the car. So, what have you seen now? Is people popping up as YOLO douchebag, the real ones. I never owned a Mustang. I never owned a Coyote. I have stolen from people, and now I tune. And people go, yeah, you're the best because you're up at midnight. Holy shit. If the evap canister is deleted, is that considered emissions? Yes, it's emissions. No, we cannot legally turn off the codes. H-Town, baby. The car jumped. The fridge. Can't fix stupid. Stay out of Houston. Seriously, stay out of Houston. That guy gave a lot of good info. The Epic Days. Alex, did you just buy that as a prop? No. Oh, yes. My boss's son, who was a fucking dweeb, had a Monster. And I said, you drink that piss? He's like, yeah. He goes, yeah, it's fucking great. And I went, oh my God, this kid's, yeah, it's fucking great. Okay, so I looked at it and I'm like, what the fuck is taurine? So I looked it up, right? What is taurine? Taurine in certain amounts is a safe drink ingredient in the United States. Taurine occurs naturally in foods with protein such as meat or fish. The human body uses taurine for actions in cells One example is that taurine is used for energy production. Is taurine from a bull? While it is true that taurine was originally isolated from bull semen, it is now produced synthetically. This compound is an, oh my God, aminosulfonic acid. It is widely distributed in the human body and plays a role in the cardiovascular function, development, and nervous system and formation of the bile acid. So I looked that up and I'm like, this sounds like an octane booster. so I said, okay, you know, once you get the brain going a little bit, which, you know, I don't think it's that hard. Like, you can't make a scenario like I just wanted to have fun and make fun. That guy was like, yep, I've seen your videos and I think you should tune for me. Got it. Frank Donahue, YOLO douchebag, taurine, exactly. We lost a friend due to his tune. He died. One of the friends wanted one of, again. They saw this video and said, I need this guy to work for me. We lost a friend. Where is it? Lose a friend. Yellow douchebag. No. That's me live right now. Wow, look at that. Lost friend. Lost. Talking to a friend. I need a link, because imagine watching that video and going, yeah, that's exactly who I need in my business, my professional business. Yeah, you're gonna have to send me that link. I'm not gonna sit here and search it all day. To tune cars. The YOLO videos were classic. You mean you didn't really tune your lawnmower? And that one was even better. Again, the state of tuning today is, I don't want to say worse, but I almost encourage more tuners to show up. The more tuners show up in the market, the more people realize they don't know shit. I actually love it. The tune was in the car that I picked up was literally, I'm not going to go into it. Let's just say it proves everything I've been saying. So I'm like, okay, people steal tunes, people use other tuners. Like almost everything's a Lund tune that is hacked, right? So the more people that get in the market, the more people realize I'd rather just go to Lund directly. I'm going to get a good device. I'm going to get great service, same day replies, sometimes same day car being done. And if you're a business and you require cars to come in and out in a fashion that like a conveyor belt, and you do the right thing by making combos like cookie cutter. Again, Whipple, 1050X's, return style fuel system, Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, boom, boom, boom. There is no custom. There's nothing custom about that. The custom is because it's on your car. If you think custom is add burbles, that's not custom tuning. It's custom to your car. But if the combo is a vetted cookie cutter combo, Whipple, 1050X's, 10 PSI, fuel system, add boost, blah, 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 it doesn't require anything out of the ordinary. So if you build it that way, great. If you want something exotic and crazy, well, guess what? That combo is going to take a while to dial in. We got to make sure that we are able to tune it. And you might need someone like me who has a high aptitude of how the car should drive and what should happen to vet the tuning on that situation and be absolutely patient. They should have known Good would have flown off the Mustang way before the sound barrier. Yo, looks like a legit tuner, just like the Coyote engine builder. Oh, wow. What about the car jump? I got to find that one. Breaking the sound barrier. Is that how you got the job at Bomberas? Yes. You should come over here, a tuner. I'm like, I'm not a tuner. What? Wait, you saw that and you thought I can tune? Stop it. Have you experienced a Coyote tune where during acceleration the car acts like it has cruise control? Yes. Once you let off the gas, it keeps the same RPM, but neutral, it drops to normal. Yeah, that's typically idle air related. If somebody jacks up idle air or something similar, the car can go into a self-drive mode or dash pod. Like if they start touching dash pod and turn off torque-based decel and doing kooky stuff, yes, I've seen that happen. TT equals taurine tune could be Ridge Prince t-shirt. Nah, maybe. Rich Prince has free reign. Whatever they want to do, they can do. They just need my approval, and we'll go from there. YOLO gave great insight, though. That's when I started following you, and part of the reason I started Uncle Johnny videos. Shameless plug. So, again, these... YOLO douchebag is paranoid about stolen tunes, right? We've seen these where, you know, now all of a sudden, people that steal protect what they steal the most, and YOLO douchebag had a complete questionnaire you had to fill out before you got a tune because, you know, oh no, YOLO thought he had the best tunes ever, and he was afraid of people stealing them. So now he's like, I require you to sign all this stuff before I send a tune.
And it goes as follows, okay? It's gonna want your name, the year, your vehicle, model, make, you know, your social security number, where can I call to get you fired in case shit goes downhill. I want you...
Imagine you fill this out. 2011 Mustang, cold air intake and LE47s, Alex Flores, your social. Where can I call to get you fired?
Username from every forum, so...
I need, you know, 50 Alex, YDBT, like, where are you? Who are you?
You're, you know, doucher number 1 in forum this, and doucher number 3869 on that one. I want to know your address, checking account number, routing number.
Why the fuck do I need the routing number?
And right here on the bottom, okay, there's a disclaimer. You have to check this if you want one of YOLO's tunes. It says, by checking this box, you agree never to be tuned by anyone else, ever. Fuck that shit. This is how I feed my family.
Those videos are great now because it's coming true. It's all coming back. You can reference these videos now because everyone is acting like this. Charlie Vega, thank you for the money a couple of times. You retracted the message. And then, I don't know, I can't highlight you, so I don't know why. But Charlie Vega, thank you so much for the money. Houston is a GTA server. What's the difference in membership levels? Nothing. You just, whatever you can provide. You're just one of the cool kids, and you have a logo. And look at 661 Racing not being a member. Unbelievable. Super cool tuner. I once read the ingredients in a can of Venom, and I think it said ox bile under taurine. Lee Munial says, thanks for everything. Car runs amazing. Already got pulled over. I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing, because if you were fast enough, you would have gotten away. But thank you for the $100. Thank you so much. YOLO developed Boss OP cam timing, letting the cops judge your tune. Joe Clutch Goodnote for the win. Tune my cam PDS crew cab, did an incredible job. Very happy with his professionalism, dedication to get it dialed in. Joe is one of those guys that you can just hand the vehicle to and drive it. It'll be patient, and if it's an oddball combo, he'll get it figured out. He's a very competent tuner. I like Joe very much. Thoughts on UPR head cooling mod on a Gen 3? I like their products. I don't think that there is a benefit to a head cooling mod on a car sub 1500 horsepower. Leave him alone, 61 Racing. Who is RT? I don't know who RT is. Any shop you recommend for a Lund tune from a 22 Whipple from 15 in the Orlando area? Recommend for a Lund tune. Any shop you recommend for a Lund tune. Christopher, why don't you just order from Lund Racing directly? And we'd be more than happy to take care of you. TDC tonight, 9 to 10 p.m. TDC, that dating channel, tonight, 9 to 10 p.m. I didn't do it yesterday because I had a long day. I wanted to just enjoy it. I had a good Saturday. I think it's good just to have a free day, free non-work day. And I think Saturday was perfect, even though I did a lot of data logging, but I drove that car around. You guys heard, so if some of you on Instagram, if you heard this car, you would have been like, ain't no way that fucking thing is a Ford. Ain't no way that's a Ford. And I'm like, not only is it a Ford, it's a chopping ass motherfucker. And I put a story on Instagram saying, if you...
Nobody in the comments knows what's making this sound. It's a car. It's a Ford. No way you'll guess it.
So this car was just, I was driving it around town, making sure it drove good, chopping like a motherfucker. Really nice job. We were getting it figured out. 61 says, Christopher, why don't you just get a device and do it yourself? It's super easy. Exactly. Don't trust a shop. I don't know anyone in Orlando that can get it done. Think about it this way. Okay? I'm in West Palm Beach. I'm in West Palm fucking Beach. No shop down here. Do I recommend to get a Multitune from? Do I recommend? I offer to personally pick this car up and do that vetting. And luckily, Junior, I was a junior. This is a high-end client. He's like, I get it. I said, dude, it'll be on my time. I ain't charging. I just want to make sure he's good. And if you want to fuck with it, whether it's during work hours or non-work hours, we'll fuck with it. He's like, yeah, we'll do it whenever. Super chill, easy. Learned a lot. We learned a lot. So if I open myself up to start dialing badass combos in West Palm Beach, I would put all West Palm Beach motherfuckers out of business. But that's not my job. My job is to remote tune people. I'm not interested in vetting everyone's combo in person, especially when it's cookie cutter shit. They don't cry. They don't just cry on Facebook. The irony of where I can call to get you fired. It is very good. That was 2011, guys. Those videos were back in 2011, and I was talking that shit. Wow, that those guys saw shit and was like, damn, dude's good tuner. Right, cops pulled me over. It must be the tune. RT is the 3,000 horsepower guy from last live. RT. Oh, fuck. I was like, who the fuck is RT? He said, yeah, a tuned GTR. It's all good. Leave him alone. Alex, RT is the dude who said you could tune the GTR to beat a ZR1X. Leave him alone. Look, have you seen a lot of people are not really talking shit on the ZR1X. A lot of people are like, thing's badass. Thing's pretty badass. I wouldn't fuck with it. A lot of people are in on an all-wheel drive hybrid situation. And I think it's wonderful because that is the future. That is what Ford should have done. And Chevy right now, okay. So let's talk stupidity, Schleckenberg stuff. Some of you like Schleckenberg stuff. And if you know what Schleckenberg is, it's like usually the last name of some asshole road racer. Like Misha, what the fuck your name is. The GTD ran the Nürburgring ring time 6:52.072. So a C7 ZR1 7:04. Okay, guys, listen up. Please. A C7 ZR1. Nothing crazy. It's a badass straight line car. The C7 ZR1 is a badass straight line car. But the C7, the previous chassis, ran the ring in 7:04. So what do you think a C8 Z06 can run? It's a better chassis. I don't know if it's a lot lighter, but it's a lot more balanced, and it makes 600 horsepower. So if a C7 ZR1 ran a 7:04, you and I don't think a C8 ZR1 can run 650 something rear wheel drive, and then the ZR1X is gonna run a 640, a 630. Like, forget 6.5 something. I highly doubt that the ZR1X won't run any. I can't imagine it cannot run quicker than a 6.4. 6 minute 40 seconds. Based on what others are saying, are like, you could do the math, and if a C701 ran 7:04, and the best GTD ever, the best Mustang ever, supposedly, ran a 6:52, you can bet me this ZR1X is going to run a 6:40 or 6:30 something. It's stupid. Stupid. The C8Z06 is 150 pounds heavier than the ZR1, but it's more balanced. It is more balanced. I think a C8, can turn better than a C7. Does anyone doubt that? Does anyone ever doubt that a C8 can turn better than a C7? Do you doubt that a C8 is better balanced than a C7? Especially ZR1, which is just a torque monster. So I think that the C8 Z06 can probably run better than the ZR1 C7 version, and the ZR1 C8 version is going to donkey slap. And again, I don't care about the ring time, but that's what Ford seems to be hanging their hat on, and that's what GTD homos are hanging their hat on. Something you will never do is go in the ring, ever. But you tout it. So now if the ZR1X at a similar price point, the GTD is $300,000, built by a race car company, Multimatic. The ZR1 and ZR1X is built by General Motors, and it's going to cost the same. Now forget pedigree. We're talking price point. And price point, it's comparable. Price point, the ZR1, ZR1X are better. It's a better buy. Plain and simple. For the Orlando shops, look up Barnes Performance. I had good experiences with my past Mustangs. He said, a Luntune. My GT500 sounds like that, but I guess 350. I bought a Gen 2 Coyote MTD2 from the parts farm, swapping in a 2002 Mustang. Is there an aftermarket drive shaft I can buy? You gotta get the drive shaft. You have to get a drive shaft made. I highly suggest in Tampa, there's a place called PST. You gotta get a measurement. You gotta get them which flange you're gonna use, which yoke, the spline. I did it with the GT500. I said I need a drive shaft this length, this yoke, these U joints, and they were like, yeah, here you go, and it fit perfectly. Who out there is thinking that maybe Christopher's asking about a shop due to ads being a shop that's most likely has a dyno, Googling shops dyno versus asking what wheel horsepower do you say in a 12-to-1 Illuminator is good for 1,000, sir? 1,000 and then some. The googly eyes on the black car was hilarious back then. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't even know where that video is. Honestly, those videos, like, you got to go into the matrix to find those videos. Let me check my phone because some of you guys sent emails in the middle of the show and then you get mad that I don't check them. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck you want me to do, bro? Rizzy. Okay, making sure nobody tried to send me anything. Z01X has tire techs in Georgia talking tough. The Z... Some guy on my message requests was like, you ever come up to South Georgia Motorsport Park? We handle that shit like men at the track. Stop. Handle what? Like, if you're going to threaten me, talk shit, I'm thinking you're going to knuckle up and fight. Do you think settling a beef is at a track? No. If you talk crazy, we're fighting. We are knuckling up. We don't settle beefs on the track, dickhead. I don't know you. I don't know you from a hole in the wall. So if you talk crazy on a message, I'm like, oh, this guy want to squabble? And then you go blah, 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 on the track. Oh, pussy ass bitch. Get the fuck out of here with your bullshit. You can buy a warehouse full of ZR1Xs instead of one supercar. Dumb decision from now on. Mid-engine helps. The C8 is more balanced. Not arguing that. You were unsure if it was heavy or not. Thank you. Never understood touring ring times for some shit you will never experience. Yes, I think PST drive shaft. Precision Shaft Technologies. And then if you go contact us, bro, you guys don't have your fucking address? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Clearwater, which it's nothing. There's nothing clear about that water. It's Puerto Rico Junior. Okay. Clearwater is Puerto Rico Junior. So they're located in 1717 North Overbrook Ave, Clearwater, Florida, 33755. And PST right here. So if you go to PST, drive shafts, we are. Whoa, Jesus. You fucking assholes. You scared the shit out of me. Anyway, see right here. So the carbon drive, guys, this place is legit. This place is legit, okay? So if you want custom stuff, you get steel, aluminum drive shaft. I mean, look at carbon fiber. Now that we're here. So yeah, they basically go by like diameter, length, joints. So you got to figure that shit out. And they're reasonable. These prices aren't ridiculous. Carbon fiber. BMW 230 all-wheel drive carbon fiber. All right, look at that. E31, BMW M3, E90, BMW. Okay, so yeah, check them out. And you want something custom made? Call them up, hit them up, say I want this, I want that. How much? And boom, boom, bada bing, bada boom. And they did not pay me. Good morning. Says SUTSI50. 661 Racing in Cali. I use Drive Shaft Pro, 100% recommended. Kind of worried about the ZR1X showing up to some half mile events. I can't let a stock be. Imagine you show up to a half-mile event. Oh shit! I didn't have my shit. There we go. A half-mile event and a stock ZR1X 8 seconds in the quarter mile. 205, 206 at the half mile. What the hell are you going to do then? This is a stock car. This car has no modifications. Uh-oh. You're highly modified. Whatever the fuck is going to be a problem. F-Cam Rizzy in the house. Sup, man? Sup, brother? Got your shirt on. Still cleaner than Galveston, I bet. Clearwater Street Corn. You want beef? Come on to Key West and we'll settle this shit on the dance floor. That sounds as ridiculous as let's settle our beef at the track. You got beef with me? I don't know you from a hole in the wall. Did I say something about your mother? Did I fuck your mother? Did I take your bitch? No? So why you got beef with me? Okay, cool. You got beef with me? Okay, cool. Let's settle it. At a track? Why don't we have a dance-off like Joseph Lacey says? I can river dance way better than you. Let's settle it. Old Beat Street looking ass. Beat Street in the Kinder Beat. Beat Street. Yeah, come on. You got some beef? Is this a movie? That is a movie. I wanted the song. I wanted Melly Mel. Beat Street Breakdown. Beat Street in the Kinder.
Boys and girls can grow.
Oh yeah, you want to fuck with me? Hey, I got a problem with you. Are you ready? Yeah, let's go.
On wall so grand, as far as the eye are able to see.
You stupid ass motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. Settle it at the track. Pussy. No men settle any beef at the track. We knuckle the fuck up. That's it. Stupid. Settle beef at the track. You dumb goofy mother. Tell me you don't know how to fight without telling me you don't know how to fight. Clearwater is where I always go visit Florida. Fam in the area. I'm so sorry for you. What was the dude even triggered about? No idea. No idea. I'll read the message. I'll read the message. Again, he obviously does not. English is his 8th language. He's white. Where is it? YDBT's chat. This is on Patreon. Patreon's the best. Patreon, dude, I love Patreon. I literally wake up and the first thing I do is look at this thing. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Sorry. Wow, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Yeah, I love Patreon is phenomenal. So I'll read the message. I'm telling you, I wake up and I type in Patreon first thing, and I just go to see who are the people that posted last night. People post screenshots of arguments on Facebook all the time. Here it is. Here we go. I said, are you in here? Here we go. You would post. Okay, so I posted Chevy guys being happy that the ZR1 is up and GTD guys and Ford guys are down. That's it. That's it. It was an Instagram reel. Some guy named Nate said, you would post some gay ass shit like this, but yeah, Chevy's kicking forward. Oh my God. I just realized it picked up his accent. It picked up his accent. Siri, pick up hick accent. Forward. You would post some gay ass shit like this, but yeah, Chevy's kicking forward, teeth in right now, but you still a bitch, and I'll see you one day at the track. It's made, motherfucker. You think you all bad because you on YouTube and work for lunch? In one of the comments was like, I also work for lunch. Who doesn't work for food? You thank THANK. You think you invincible, motherfucker, but you ain't. I just ain't made my way to Florida. But I'd love for you to come up here to South Georgia Motorsports Park. I like how you talk all that shit. Nobody confronts me when I'm at the track. So come to Georgia Motorsports Park and I'm going to be there and I'll approach you and we'll handle it like men at the track. We're not going to handle it like men at the track if you got beef with me. We are going to fight. Forward, she said. You want to talk about a goofy ass son of a bitch? There is no bigger goofy son of a bitch than a guy that thinks you settle beef at a racetrack. There is no dumber motherfucker than anyone that thinks that you settle beef at a racetrack. You race each other. You settle beef. You settle beef knuckling up. Chunks out of your face type shit. But no, y'all motherfuckers are soft ass bitches. You know, flabby arm, big gut, you know, black hoodie, big gut, hanging over your jeans with your New Balances on. That's like the track outfit. On clouds or New Balances or Air Force, black Air Force Ones with like a black hoodie, jorts or jeans about falling off your ass because you ain't got no tiene nalga. Do you think old squirted blockhouse would be beneficial? 1,100 horsepower on a Gen 3? Hey, Cocaine, go talk to an engine builder. What do you want me to do? I don't think it's a plus or a minus. I don't think it matters. But Illuminators block them off. Carbon Fiber, have a dance off. Got beef, Biggie. River dancing can never be mentioned again without me thinking about Alex dancing on them boxes. Built, not bought. Alex, break out the cardboard. You got served. Alex, calm down, please. This isn't you. Alex, calm down, please. This isn't you. We knuckle up. I'll use my farts. I'll use my fists while you use your feelings. It's so weird. People settling beefs at the track. Dude got no teeth. Z01Xs should be lower 40s. Yeah. According to people that know Schleckenberg stuff, they're like, I think the Z01X can go 6.41, 45. And obviously depends on driver. But imagine Ford sent out a body in white to Multimatic. Multimatic did all their saucy shit. They put the GT500 motor in there with a DCT transaxle bullshit. And it runs a 652, and a production ZR1 runs 6.4. That's got to be deflating. That's got to be like, because if this is Farley's pet project, it is the biggest failure of all time. If you are competing in the space of supercar stuff, there is no bigger failure than putting millions of dollars. Again, this is $1 million plus. This is crazy money to have Multimatic build you something that gets beat by a production car from GM. That guy is trolling you. Probably. He has to be. But the only word missing from his comment is the N-word. I mean, you could kind of use it on me, but I'd laugh. Oh, Banjo going to be missing a few extra teeth. Winner gets my ass. He's probably like Jake Tucker and brings 80 people to fight his battle. Is that a reference I don't know anything about? I guess he's gone. And dude, it's like the best thing ever. Guy talks so much shit. We've proved that his intakes are garbage. And he just like sold his company thinking that that was a win. No, you selling the company was you giving up and letting all of us know that you couldn't build a good intake. We all knew it. Seems like all my enemies act like my friends at the racetrack. Sounded like a 3-valve. That accent is solid. Thanks, Alex. To work for lunch. Hey, appreciate that, Rooster. See, we all work for lunch. He meant Lund, but the forward, forward. So that's he used talk to text. Settle at the track. Does he mean getting run over? Right. Lunch tuning. Man, he's fast. Lunch tuning says, I'm no longer Ali Al Husseini. I am lunch tuning. For fuck's sake. Holly Haram says, hey, Alex, looking for a shop that can do my lunch tune on my 13 GT in West Florida. Any recommendations? Again, Lund tune. Why don't you just tune it? Guys, okay. Before yesterday, I had never touched an LRX. Okay? Never touched it. I don't know how the fuck you guys have trouble with that device. I am mind blown when you guys say, well, this fucking LRX. I have internet on my laptop. I connect the cable to the laptop. Turn on the LRX thing, and it goes, connecting. We found data logs in your device. Would you like to download them? Yes. Log DMR 1. Yes. Log DMR 2. Yes. Saves them in a folder. Then I make the tune. I upload it to the cloud. And then I connect the device. And the thing goes, hey, we found a new tune. Here it is. Oh, thanks. Then I go in, I go programming, performance calibrations. Then there's a list, and I go this one, and it flashes. I'm like, who the fuck has trouble with this thing? Like, when someone go, hey man, I don't know what the fuck is going on, man. The fucking thing is, right? Whoa. So when I was driving on the road with the car, I wanted to make a change. I wanted to make a shift schedule change, right? So I'm like, I want the 3.4 to be shorter because this thing has like 355s and it's pretty aggressive. So I pulled over and I make the tune and I'm like, oh shit, I don't have internet. So I hotspotted the internet from the phone to the laptop and the laptop magically had internet and the LRX went, hey, we found a tune in your shit. Boop, here it is. I'm like, whoa. The device is not the problem. It's the general public. So get familiar with the device, watch the videos, read the instructions. You don't need a shop to tune your Mustang. You could, some of the fastest cars that Lund Racing has tuned have been just dudes in like Alabama that have computer aptitude. They built their own car. They dial it in, go to the track, get some shift point stuff dialed in, and the car just rapes shit. And they have never seen a dyno, and they have never seen a shop. So some of the fastest cars we tune, they don't go to shops. They do it themselves. So buy the device, learn how to data log. You do not need a shop for this. Lunch tuning got me, says Tony the Truck Guy. Shirt with lunch tuning. Lunch tuning shirt would be pretty interesting, but the Lunds might have an issue with it. I'll get their permission. A lunch tuning, the Lund logo with a sandwich on it. That'd be awesome. I'm pretty sure I heard Jay rolled up deep on some 5.5 dude at the track and was talking smack online. Oh, yes. Yes. But the problem is that dude always carries the heater on him. You know what I'm saying? That dude is always like, you know, when you roll 50 deep up on a dude and he is not bothered, you should have like some self-awareness, right? Like, oh shit, man. Hey man, I heard you're talking shit online. And he goes, yeah, what and what? So, what about it? I'm not talking shit. I'm talking truth. What about it? Right there, you should be like, I want to have a conversation with you to hammer out our differences. You don't go, oh yeah, well if I ever catch you talking. What? It's Florida. You don't fuck around with people down here. If you get into a fender bender, you go, man, that sucks. Let's pull off to the side and call exchange information and make sure we have insurance, right? That's what you do in Florida. Because if you go, damn motherfucker, you hit my shit, stupid son of a bitch. What the fuck did you say? I think we should pull off to the side of the road and exchange insurance information, don't you think? Yes, I do. You should have just sent him the video, you coming in a little too high power. Wow. Check this out, fool. You coming in a little too high power. Oh, please don't tell me I got rid of that. That was one of the best ones. Danger, Mike Tyson, we suck. R2D2, man. Alpaca. That's home. Oh, okay. Pockets, Sasso, Diddy, diarrhea. Oh.
Check this out, fool. You coming a little too high.
That is like, this is literally California street racing.
Check this out, fool. You coming a little too high. Check this out, fool. You coming a little too high. Check this out, fool. You coming a little too high.
Hey, can someone send me the link to that video? We need a throwback. Check this out, fool. You coming in a little too high power. No, but that was when Cuban. Boy, that race probably still pisses off a lot of people over there. It was a Jeep versus Cuban Coyote, which is now B58 Cuban or something. He had a Gen 2 blue Mustang stick shift, which you are crazy you're crazy to race a stick shift Mustang unless you're racing another stick shift vehicle. It is not a fair race. It's not a fair race, okay? If you have a stick shift Mustang, you better race another stick shift something, because if he has a Power Glide, a 400, or a 6R, they have the advantage, especially from a dig on the street. Roll, different situation if you're a wheelman. So something happened where, okay, so the negotiations in California are super weird. So you win, you get the pot. You break, you get half the pot? I don't know. So I guess he claimed he broke, but he drove it on the trailer. And that pissed everybody off. Because now it's like, it's the difference between like $1,000 or $2,000. It's like, wait a minute. How can you say you broke if you drove that thing on the trailer? So yeah, that video was very interesting. I need it. Guys, send me a link. I need that video. Probably their Metro PCS or Cricket phone, or me, don't have a shop, tune mine. Exactly. I tuned my Coyote with HP Tuner. It's the first car I've ever tuned. It says, Rizzy, I'm learning on arguably the hardest platform to use. Absolutely. The RTD is by far the hardest one. Alex, do a tutorial video on LRX. Thank you. Now that I'm familiar with it, I can do that. I can do a tutorial video on the LRX. Damn, I can actually do that. You know, shit, I don't want to do one today. Fuck, I might have to do one today. But now that I have one here, I can do one. Big thanks to Junior for getting me a tune on Monday morning for sick summer. By the afternoon, I was making full passes, picked up 5 miles an hour and 400, or almost a half second. The next day when I got my shit together, by the way, we are tuning Ty's Mustang and then the old man's truck that went 9s. I mean, just easy peasy shit. Always keep a heater in the waistband. Chuck Wazarinsky says, good morning, Amry. Thanks for the breakdown. I never had a tune before. Just trying to learn. You got it, Christopher. LRX, my microwave, Android, Auto. How do I get them to work? I'm telling you, that's one. I think I'll do a video on it because the way I explain things seems to be better than like official videos. So I'm going to be like, all right, dickhead, number 1, you need internet. Number 2, you need a good USB. Number 3, you can't have 2 things connected at the same time. So disconnect it from the OBD2, and I'll go through it. Launch Racing sounds like the Potatoes Tuning Company. You want a squabble clip? Yo, man, you looking to squabble? He said that. You looking to squabble? Yo.
Check this out, fool. You coming a little too high.
The Cuban versus Bloodshot talk was the best. What? I guess I didn't see that one. Cuban versus Bloodshot? What are you talking? Fast and Furious really made single-digit IQ. People think the beef is settled by racing. Beef is not settled by racing. If you got a beef with me, that means you have a personal issue with me, not a racing issue. I understand if you have a racing issue with me. Okay, let's say we're at the track, and I burn you down. You got a racing beef with me. I burn you down. Okay, you got a racing beef with me. So then what you can do is burn me down or make my life miserable next time you race me. That's as far as racing beef can go. If it gets physical, whatever, but okay, it's track related. I understand that. I've seen guys squabble up at NHRA events, like NHRA top dog people get mad at each other and this and this and that. That's, to me, no problem. That's on the track stuff. That's like baseball stuff. You know, like if you get mad at each other on a baseball game and you squabble at the baseball game, after the game you shouldn't squabble. I think, after the game it doesn't matter. But if you message me and I've never seen you ever and you have beef with me, I think you have personal beef with me. Personal. So that means we're going to fight, right? No, he thinks we're going to be like, let's settle it at the track. Oh, no, let's settle it on the, like he said, the dance floor. It's just as stupid. You win, you get a full pot. If you break before the 60, you get half. Oh, well, you guys are retarded. All of you over there are retarded. At lunch tuning, we don't get stingy with the sauce. Drive around, get some sauce. Well, go ahead and shit on me now because I just bought a Gen 3 F-150. No, you're okay. I think now that the adaptive learning stuff and not flushing your trans fluid has been figured out, I think you're going to see better and better results off of 10R80. We've done some testing. Not testing. We've done some calculating. And we think the issues can be attributed to the adaptive learning and the trans flushing. Heyo, what do you think about the turbo kit on the Mustang? What are you talking about? Cole Daniel. Alex has picked up a 16 GT350 as a daily. Oof, wow. What would you recommend for mods? Nothing. Enjoy it in A if it's a daily. Or at most, a Whipple at 10 PSI. 9 PSI. Brandon says, I hope y'all are having a better weekend. My car got backed into by a dumb bitch. Not paying attention. Should be harder to get a driver's license. Here, if you're Haitian, you just show up and you get a driver's license here. Oh, bro, I got picked up. Bro, I haven't gotten an Uber for a while. Colombian girl picked me up in an Uber. Ooh. I was like, yeah, so where you from? So de donde tú eres? She had chocolates and a little water. I'm like, so I said, y esto chocolate. Oh, I put it out there for the people if they look nice. I see you look nice. I put the chocolate out there in the little water. But if you look like you're a pain in the ass, I take my choking little water out. I was like, oh. And she goes, and you're a very good passenger. Oh, yeah. Lunch tuning with Settle the Beef at the track with Blackstone. Bring your spatula. Headgains Motorwork. Can you please do a video on what we should data log and what we're looking out of that data? I did that already in many videos. If you look back on data logging tutorials, all that stuff, I have nonstop told people what matters. In a lunch tune specifically, I don't want to beat a dead horse because this is the problem. Headgains Motorworks, right? I saw a guy was like, hey, Alex, you said there's a leak, but on my Excel spreadsheet, you guys think I'm fucking kidding. Let me see if I can find a log. Let me. This is. You, I wish you guys knew my life. Downloads.csv. .csv. Okay, perfect. Here you go. I'm going to show you what happens to me. Here you go. This is every single guy that looks at his data log in Excel. Hey, Alex, I got a question right here. So you see where fuel trims are 0.99? Short-term fuel trims are 0.99? But my long-term fuel trims are 1.15? So, like, why do you say they're lean? Because it, like, 4%. Yeah, but what about your long trims? Your long trims are 15%. Yeah, but look at my short trims. Yeah, but look at your long trims. But look at, and then they go, this is seconds. This is how people view a data log. Right? And I'm like, why the fuck are you looking at that data log that way? And they're like, well, that's the only way I can look at it. And Alex, what does this mean? Torque. I thought my car made 400 foot-pounds of torque. Your tune is off. It's like 5824. 8,000? Negative torque? I don't even understand. Stop looking at your data log. Stop looking at your data log. Send it in. I'm telling you, every day, twice on Monday. Stupid. Stop looking at your data log if you don't know what the fuck you're looking at. Don't get a multi-tune. Please don't get a fucking multi-tune. Whoever said get a multi-tune, don't get a fucking multi-tune. Holy shit. Don't get a multi-tune. Don't get a multi-tune. Don't get a multi-tune. Don't get, so that in case they accuse me of saying not to get a multi-tune, don't get a multi-tune. The only people that should get a multi-tune is if you roll race with your turbo car. That's it. Successful people don't have beef. No time for it. I agree. Why pay a shop to flash a car? That's wild to me. The Cletus Camp Mustang, you guys are tuning. Yeah, and the old man's 10R80 truck. AED cars will fight you if you don't like their crappy work. Yeah, that guy wanted to fight me. I'm like, wait a minute. You fucked me. How is it that you're mad at me when you did a bad job? You didn't replace the float. You didn't test the float. I just gave you $300 and fuck it. Papacito, yes, she was one of those, brothers. She was very nice. First mod, keep all in the trunk. Did you hit the spray on that Colombian? Did Alex say get a multi-tune? Fuck no. 30-minute mark says JD Swag with the JD Swag. Bro, I love Mandip Singh. 30-minute mark. This is back in the day. What, 4 years ago? This is an hour long. Okay, Cuban, I already got doubts. The way you do a burnout is just awful. Why? You better watch your mouth. Oh, there's Cuban right there. Go, yo, man, you better watch your mouth. And this guy seems to be about that squabble life. This guy, what'd you say?
You want to go fight? Let's go fight.
You know, I like that. I like both of them. You know, I love Cuban, but he's like, you want to go fight? We go fight. It's no problem. You want to beef? You want to scrabble up? We go fucking fight. Ain't nothing fucking matter. Me and you only. Brother, I mean, I like this guy.
What the fuck? What's up, nigga? You want to squabble?
Oh, with the Puma shirt, the UPR logo in the back. I mean, guys, this video, please tell me this is like a 1 million view video. 200. No. This should be viral as shit. Coyote says, watch your mouth. The guy's like, we fight right now. You and me only?
What the fuck? What's up, nigga?
You wanna go fight? Let's go fight. Me and you only. Me and you only. Let's go.
What the fuck? What's up, nigga? You wanna squabble?
I didn't say
Nah,
that shit.
nigga,
Hey,
you coming
you're
high
the one
power,
coming in
nigga.
hard, my boy.
You come in high power. This is so good, guys. I'm sorry. We're gonna end the show here. Fuck it. This is a throwback.
What's up, nigga? You wanna squabble?
I didn't say
Nah,
that shit.
nigga,
Hey,
you coming
you're the
high
one
power,
coming in hard, my
nigga.
boy.
Anybody got an issue with? Let me know.
That guy's the best. That guy talks the most. He's great, and he fights too. He fought a guy in the bushes. Oh, rest in peace. Oh, Gravity, man. Shit, man. Gravity. Rest in peace, Gravity. Nobody called anything. Hey, you didn't call nothing. Okay, we're already off to a really bad start. By the way, nice shoes. He said call it in the air and nobody called it. So they go to the... They go back and he does a John Force burnout with his VMSs. That car was badass until it wasn't, right? He decided to do single turbo shit. He decided to do, I'm like, all right, well, good luck. And he won one race and then he sold it and he got into the BMW game, which makes sense. No hate. But the single turbo kit on that car leaves a lot to be desired.
Hold this light. My shit died. Thank you. What do you have?
Okay, so I guess the race was... what was it? I guess the race was, oh, come on. The race was, wow, this race took forever. Holy crap. Okay, here's the race. Okay, so I guess Cuban didn't take off, right? It sounded like it slipped out of gear or something, and then it broke or something. No, thank you. But you know what? Some people thrive in this atmosphere, you know, and I get that, and it looks fun. Not anymore. Not anymore. Get the fuck out of here, mierda. They're talking that shit. So I think now people are confused, right? Because it's backing out. Right? I think confusion is starting to set in. Like, wait a minute. Did it break? Or did you, like... Yeah, so I guess once it got back to the trailer is when people were confused. Like, wait, what's going on with the money? What's going on? Look at, he's like, I want to get underneath it. I want to see what's going on. Let me see. Let's pick up where we left off. So the Jeep guy gets out of his Jeep ASAP and runs over.
Hey, yo, hey, bring that shit down, fool. Bring that shit down. Bring that shit down. I want to see you drive it in first and second gear. Bring that shit down. Bring that shit down, fool. Prove me it's broken. Prove me it's broken. Hey, prove me it's broken, bro. Hey, prove me it's broken, bro. Hey, bro, prove me it's broken. Hey, prove me it's broken.
Look. Hey, check this out, fool. You coming a little too high.
Man, this is great.
Hold on, my nigga. Hold on. You coming a little too high power, my nigga. What the fuck? What's up, nigga? You want to squabble?
Hey, I didn't say
nah,
that
nigga,
shit.
you coming
You're
high
the one
power,
coming in
nigga.
hard, my boy.
Nah, nigga, that's you, nigga.
Hey, nah.
Man,
Hey,
nigga, we ain't
hey,
doing
the
shit,
race
nigga.
is
We ain't
between
bringing
me and
nothing down,
Cuban.
nigga.
You see, fool? Oh my
Nah,
God,
nigga,
dog.
cause you coming
Hey,
too high,
Cuban,
nigga.
it's between
You
me and
could've
you.
came
Come on,
another
bro.
way,
Hey,
nigga.
can you just prove to me that it's broken?
Check under the car.
Check. Okay, he wants proof that it's broken. Cuban's like, check under the car.
Check
under the car.
Hey, that's all I want to know.
Check under the car.
Prove to me. That's it. That's all I want to see. Prove.
Get under. Go ahead.
I don't know what was. I don't know what's going on.
How do you go in reverse?
We pushed him in reverse.
Nah, that shit won't by itself. No muscle on there. No muscle on there. You're gonna push it straight up bullshit. What's broken? Hey, can you just please drive it for me? Bring me the keys.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, that's the problem. Like, okay. So to me, racing over there is like wrestling. So you watch wrestling and it's, somebody, comes in the ring and goes, I was going to come out here and propose I buy out the WWE. But Stephanie McMahon and her wonderful tits told me that I should go halvesies. Isn't that right, Stephanie? And Stephanie comes out. You know what? You're lying. I never said that thing. There is no freaking way that I would give you half of the WWE. And then you talking about my titties. And then he body slams her. And that's it. Then he walks away. 5 minutes of talking, 1 minute of action. It's the WWE. If you didn't watch the South Park episode of wrestling, it's exactly like that. It's a play. It's a play. It's a whole... Check this out, fool. You're coming in a little too high power, man. Now prove to me. Are we going to fight? And the race was like, boom. That's it. Race over. So it's literally that. So, yeah. And shout out to Bloodshot, right? He's out there already doing the WWE promotion on the next upcoming race. He's putting out like hit pieces and like linked and like movie stuff, like Denzel Washington in Training Day. Nobody wants some of this, huh? 661, stand up. That's right. 661. We active. We outside. Bro, stop it. They sound like they're doing a tribal chant. Was the dude caressing the Jeep? The race was a chase. Didn't ask like that. You do it right there. Alex, looking to throw a 2.3 blower on my Gen 1. It has 93,000 miles on it. Should I refresh the entire engine or would it be fine to beef up the bottom end? Just bolt the bitch on and drive it at 10 PSI. Who cares? If it blows up, it blows up. Then you refresh it. It gets better every time. Dude was coming in a little too with that big mouth. What are you telling me to do with my car? June got the best line, squabble, buddy. Man, you coming in too high power. What the fuck? You want to squabble? Yeah, he stays around, starry folk. That's hood racing for you. Yeah, and again, guys, that's why I stay inside. If I go racing ever, it'll probably be a drag and drive because it'll be like an 850 class, which is like unlimited. As long as the car is legal to run 850, you can run 850. There's a ton of 850, 550 index racing, first to the end, as long as you don't go quicker than 550. That's where I'd probably live because it's the fun zone. You're not going to break a lot of stuff. At the end of the day, it's probably the best case scenario. This chasing greatness, nobody will remember you. Maybe local legends will remember you. And then what? Like, hey, remember that guy? Like Bloodshot. Love him. Great guy, right? 10 years, nobody's going to know who you are. Nothing against you. Unless you make this thing an empire. Unless you make this thing an absolute street legend. Street legend. Stop it. Tony, read the room, right? Oh man, this thing's about to just hurry up and every time it slows down, I wish it would just so I could refresh the page and get after it. We live street racing Cali dead now. Everyone track races now. Just Bondo Bird guys still playing in the streets. Yeah, the fast guys are at the track. No offense. I mean, there's fast street guys. Don't get me wrong, but like, if you want to be, I don't want to say legitimate because I think street racing is fine. Actually, I probably prefer it, but not like that. Only amongst my friends because I don't need the bullshit because I'm too hot headed, and I got to stay away from situations like that. I do. I just lose my fucking mind. Yeah, Tony, read the room. Read the room. Just putting, you know what? Why don't you become a member, pay some money, and then instead of putting, exclamation points everywhere, I'm not even going to answer the question. How about that? How about you become a member, you put some nut in the game, and then you can get your questions answered because this crazy free thing that's happening without much support. Look, okay, I'll give you an example, right? This is what I'm talking about. Let me get rid of the live chat. Why is the live chat still there? Okay. Copy live chat. So people that make this attention-seeking post like this, right, are the same people that probably haven't clicked the like button, right? 244 people watching, 155 likes. Yeah, so no, you become a member. You either go on Patreon if you want if you need it answered right now, Tony, you become a member. That's how it is. If you don't like it, too bad. But putting apostrophes and look at me, Alex, please. No, you pay money or you become a member if you want your shit. If you don't like that, too bad. If you want prompt service, you pay. Fuck it. 661 says, street racing in Cali. Okay, did you ever talk about the Boss 302 in the Alpha Street podcast interview? No, that subject matter is dead and buried. There's nothing new to learn about the Boss 302. It's dead and buried. You know what you know. There is nothing else to know about that platform. 550, 60 to 130 or 8th mile? 8th mile, come on. Talk about track. We don't talk about street. Imagine if UAP visitors learn English from street racing videos. Right. I doubt Bondo guys still haven't went as fast as my stock motor Whipple cart 91 on the street with radios. I don't know. I don't care. I think Bondo is a good guy. I just think his priorities are fucked up. He's like, he makes a video to justify NA racing. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, like, the care level is 0. And then there's like 5 guys in his comments that are like, yeah, that's real racing. Real racing? Got it. If it's not, okay, he goes, chill, big dog. It's not that serious. Look at it. Look at this. Chill, big dog. It's not that serious. It looked a little serious when you posted it. Look, I think street racing, I'll give you an example of what's happening right now in Florida. There is a street racing statute in Florida. Street racing statute. And it is 316.191. In Florida, the definition of racing broadly defines to include any speed acceleration or contest, drag race, or exhibition of speed. That means if you leave a light, hook, not spin, the speed limit is 35 miles an hour, and you go, the cop will pull you over at his discretion and get you under the 316.191 statute. And the penalties, listen to the penalties for this. First degree misdemeanor, punishable by a fine of at least $500 and up to $1,000 for the first offense, along with potential jail time. First offense. Again, definition of racing. Drag race, exhibition of speed, whether prearranged or resulting from a competitive response. It's illegal to race on highways, participate in coordinate races, knowingly ride as a passenger in a race, or intentionally impede traffic for racing purposes. Spectators. Even being a spectator of a street race can lead to non-criminal traffic infraction with a fine of $400. Additional penalties. Repeat offenses will have a 5-year period within a 5-year period can result in increased fines and potential jail time. So this statute is so broad that it is up to the cop's discretion whether they nail somebody for this or not. And my friend a couple of days ago was cruising in his car, took off from the light semi-aggressively, didn't go over 60 miles an hour, pulled over. That's the statute they nailed him on. This person is professional as shit. Wanted to go out in his hot rod. So let's say you're a doctor, lawyer, CEO somewhere, and you go out in your backdraft Cobra, and you get on, the highway. Whoop, up, up. You go up to 75, 80, and you let off. Cop could pull you over and say, that statute applies. You can go to jail, and they can take your car. So that's the problem with street racing right now. Those definitions are too broad. The penalties are high, but that's what happens when you take tracks away. Stupid. That's what happens when you take tracks away. Certain counties have made moves to make them like historical sites. Like the racing venue is a historical site. So meaning it can never be torn down unless the state or the county gives the go ahead and rezone it. What happened at Palm Beach International Raceway is they rezoned it and allowed it to be sold under some weird, warehousing or whatever. And then what happens? Street racing happens. Then they take advantage by making the penalties egregious under those statutes And now you cannot even accelerate hard in your hot rod. So when I do street hits, I go all the way to Mexico, or I make sure there is nobody around for miles, and that means you have to go out in the middle of nowhere to get shit done and get some data logging in. It is crazy, stupid stuff. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you very much for hanging out with me today. I'm going to be doing a dating channel tonight on the other channel, the dating channel, 9 to 10 p.m. Talk some stuff about multiple baby daddy mama stuff that came up that was very interesting. And then a woman calls it a mental disease, and I thought that's another interesting subject matter we can talk about. But we'll hang out then with the dating channel. About 50 of you, 60 of you hang out for that. But it's always a good time for an hour. Then we do bumble swipes in the last 15 minutes, and it's a good time. Have a good rest of your Sunday. I'll see you guys on Tuesday for Talking Shit Tuesday. See you guys later. Bye.